Well, as cases continue to rise of COVID-19 here in the metro, several counties along with Kansas City, Missouri are now under COVID-19 restrictions. They include Jackson, Wyandotte, Leavenworth, and Douglas counties. Tomorrow, Platte and Clay counties will join that list. The rules will be in effect for the areas outside of Kansas City, even though they're starting a few days after the city. They're similar to Casey's order, which limits all indoor gatherings to 10 people and caps restaurants, bars, and event venues indoor capacity percent to 50 and forces all to close at 10 p.m. We have a full look at those changes posted at KMBC.com. Kansas counties have less than 3 days to consider a plan for mask mandates. Governor Kelly's order requires face coverings inside public spaces, healthcare facilities, and on public transportation, and outside when social distancing is not possible. Doctors at the University of Kansas Health System say they'd like to see local counties adopt mandates very similar to the statewide order issued by the governor this week.
It is very incumbent upon every community to understand the dynamics in their community. But as we've seen, infection is just widespread, especially in Kansas right now and in the Midwestern states. So I think it would behoove everybody, for their friends, for their loved ones, for their businesses to stay open, to continue to enact those mask mandates.
If Kansas counties don't create their own plan before the deadline, they'll be opted into the statewide mandate. And it comes as the CDC releases new research about masks in Kansas. It looked at 25 counties that required wearing a mask over the summer and 80 that didn't. The counties with a mask mandate saw a 6% decline in cases, and those without saw cases go up 100%. The CDC's research is being sent to public health officials nationwide. Miami County leaders will hold a special meeting tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 to talk about the order. The county did not join the governor's previous mask order, but a few cities and school districts adopted their own mask policies. Missouri Governor Mike Parson issued a public health warning asking people to wear a mask at all times in public places and keep interactions with others to 15 minutes. His warning also recommends limiting travel outside of Missouri over the holidays. Governor Parson also extended the state of emergency through March. Well, KCI expects to see a major drop in travel over the Thanksgiving holiday because of the pandemic. Officials predict nearly 180,000 people will fly in and out of KCI between now and December 1st. That is a 55% drop from last year. The airport has a number of precautions in place to keep flyers safe. Masks and social distancing are required. Plexiglass shields are also in place, and surfaces are cleaned regularly. The CDC's advice against holiday travel leaves many college students in a tough spot. A New York Times study reports universities across the country have reported more than 320,000 cases of the virus. A fifth of those were reported in the last month alone. Doctors say if your child goes to a school out of state, driving home may be a bit safer than flying, but the safest option is for them to stay on campus.
I love my family, and I felt like it's the best thing to do is to stay put where I am.
I didn't want to say anything to steer her one way or the other, but I did feel like bursting out crying because, there's been a lot of things we haven't done this year.
The CDC urges people to celebrate with their immediate household. Experts say college students who have been away from home 2 weeks before Thanksgiving should be considered part of a different household. Well, the Mid-Continent Public Library is closing 3 branches because of COVID exposure. The Camden Point, Dearborn, and Edgerton branches in Platte County are closed after a staff member tested positive. People who were at all 3 branches this past Monday and Tuesday are being told there's no word on a reopening date, including these 3. Mid-Continent has closed 7 branches because of COVID-19 exposure. And starting tomorrow, all Kansas City metro area branches will return to curbside and drive-through service only. Mid-Continent has not announced how long these limits will last. And that's not the only group rolling back some services because of the pandemic. Tomorrow, Ride KC won't offer 9 lines. Some of them are on your screen right now. It says the move is temporary. Also starting Monday, the KCI Express Limited line will have reduced hours. Ride KC encourages anyone who uses the routes to check their website for updates. Starting today, all services at United Methodist Church of the Resurrection will be streamed online only. Church leaders made that move because of the recent spike in cases. This applies to all locations across the metro. The Candlelight Christmas Eve services, a tradition attended by more than 30,000 people each year, will also be streamed online December 23rd.